From when I first started racing competitively in triathlon, racing against some of the best athletes in the world, I knew there were improvements that could be made on the existing products that were on the market. Zone3 was actually officially started more or less as I was graduating from university. Probably the real kind of DNA of why Zone3 started and how it started was probably a lot before that. As a youngster at school, I was always great at sports, I was always competitive, always loved being outdoors, and I wanted to use that kind of passion going forward. So, as a national swimmer, national runner, as a youth, I always felt like I had a lot of potential to excel more in triathlon. So I really wanted to give that a go. I loved the sport. Loughborough was the perfect place to do it. I had all the best facilities, all the best athletes. Sports scholarship at Loughborough, which then meant I could then immerse myself even more in the sports that I loved. And really that's what gave me that spark to start Zone3. I entered a business plan competition in my last year, and the prize from that was a desk within the university hot desk innovation centre, basically. And that was the start of Zone3. Being from a very strong swim background, a national swimmer, leading out all the swims mostly I did in triathlon, I felt like that was my opportunity to shine. But having tried the products that existed on the market, they were actually inhibiting my swim strength. I knew at that point there was an opportunity to create a better product. At that point, a lot of people used to cut the arms and legs off their wetsuit because they were very hard to get off. A lot of people got stuck in the transition era, which meant they could miss the bike pack and fall behind in the race. And that's really where the thought process of Zone3 came from. How can I use existing products on the market, but how can I make them better? How can I find marginal gains that allow me to get faster, more competitive, and then also obviously allow all of the athletes in the wider community to start using them too. We then started to get some traction around 2010 to 2012 with the Olympics. All of a sudden at that point, that London Olympics did give us that little spark of like, oh, okay, British brands, British athletes, triathlon was more on the radar of people globally, and that kind of gave us that extra kind of level up to be like, okay, now we can actually grow this into quite a sustainable, strong business. Yeah. First-hand feedback, which we think is invaluable. It's the most important part of a product development cycle. And it's not just the pros, the best athletes in the world testing it. This is, beginners, people who maybe haven't swum in a wetsuit before. We don't sell our product just for one athlete. When you get that feedback from the whole demographic of athletes, you actually get to find out, okay, how can we really make this product perfectly suitable for each athlete? Swimming is hard. Swimming is tough in triathlon. It's probably the one thing that most people worry about, and it's probably one of the first things that people would maybe not enter a triathlon because of the swim. Every product we bring out, it's really intensely thought through. It's not a case of, we'll take a product off a shelf and put our logo on it. It's really about honing in on what exactly that product is going to do for the athlete.